everybody. I just watched the little Kimmy, the little witch, her tag video, and I saw it and I had to do it. I was like, all right, this tag I have to do. It's my very first tag ever. This is definitely gonna be, like I've said a million times before. I'm sorry. It's definitely gonna be a like a 3 or 4 part video because I'm on my phone. I really gotta learn how to use my camera. I'm so sorry. Okay, but it's called the Intuitive Tag. And okay, question 1. Share your first paranormal experience. Okay, this is the first paranormal experience that I remember. It's not my first actual paranormal experience because a lot of the ones I had when I was really little, I don't really remember. And my mom, she refuses to admit that they happened. Anyway, okay, so the first one that I actually remember of having, I was like 9 or 10 years old, and I was in school one day when we had just moved here to where we are now. And so it was like I was in school and I didn't really like it. I didn't like the school at all. I wasn't like any of the other kids there at all. And so like when we would do reading and stuff and they'd get in their groups, I would just kind of sit by myself and like I would read sometimes and sometimes I space out. Well, I was starting to read and I was just kind of thinking of stuff, and all of a sudden when I was in class, this figure, this spirit, I had no idea what it was at first. For the longest time I thought I was crazy. This man, this spirit, and it didn't even look like a man. He looked, I don't want to say he looked skeleton-y, but in a way he kind of did. And he just all of a sudden came up and like in front of my face, like in front of my book, and was like, "Hi." And he was like, "Hi, Vivian." And I freaked. I screamed. I threw my book across the room, and I'm screaming, "Oh my God, oh my God." Like, and they took me out of class, and they kept asking me what's wrong, and I tried to tell them what I saw, and nobody wanted to believe me. Everyone said I was crazy, or I was imagining it, or sleeping, and I still swear to this day that when I was sitting in class, just all of a sudden, a man, he just popped in front, "Hi, how you doing?" Like, it was just more surprising, because, like, more and more I thought about it, and I was like, okay, he was obviously not hurting me. He wasn't trying to hurt me or be mean or anything. He just kind of, sorry, my hair is getting more nervous. There we go. He was just saying hi. But for the longest time, I swear, I thought I was losing my mind because it just, I don't know, like it just didn't like connect with me why I'd never seen him before or after that. So it was just, I don't know, but still, I swear to this day, it was a spirit, it was a man, and I would still love to see him and find out who he is, what he was doing, and all that, but I haven't seen him since. Hopefully I'll see him again. Okay, 2. Have you ever had a premonition? Yes. When I was younger, I had premonitions a lot. Stuff like that would happen to me, and as I got older and I started getting into stuff that I shouldn't have been doing and doing things to myself that I shouldn't have been doing, I kind of lost a lot of that, and now as I got older, I'm getting it back. One of the premonitions I had when I was younger, I'll fix them, hold on. One of the first premonitions I remember was, well, not one of the first, but one of them that was pretty big was me and my mom were driving to Kentucky to go see her family and my sister, and all of a sudden in the car, I just saw my sister with a pregnant belly, like I, just kind of felt like a daydream almost, and it just flashed in my head. I saw her with a pregnant belly, and I asked my mom, I said, "Mom, is April pregnant?" And she's like, "No, what are you talking about?" Well, we get there the next day. My sister freaked out, screaming. She thought I don't know how they were all like thinking like, "How the hell did you know this?" And I was like, "I saw it. I saw it in my mind. I saw it." And they were all like, they all thought her son, my nephew, told me. And I was like, "No, he didn't. Like, I knew." Okay, question 3. Where and when did you get your first tarot and oracle deck? Sorry, that's my daughter. Hold on 1 second. Will you play with your ice cream? Go play with your ice cream. Go make me one. That's not nice. Sorry. She's mad. Okay, my first tarot deck. I got my first tarot deck. It's this deck. I think I showed it to you guys on my divination. My biological dad, my dad, and my grandmother got this for me when I was like 6 or 7. And now I'm going to be telling you guys like about being into Italian witchcraft, and my grandmother's 100% Italian, and then they give me this, and it's just a lot of things connect. I think that my grandmother, there's more to her that meets the eye, if you know what I mean. Well, it was a kit. It came with this book. It's just called Tarot Basics. Sorry, it didn't really have a name. It was the very first tarot deck I got. I like it, but like I said before in my divination video, if you watch that, I don't really connect with it because I'm very intuitive and God, I can't talk right now. I'm sorry, but there's not really like a lot to go off when you look. You know what I mean? Like when you look at those kind of cards. So I don't connect with them as much as I'd like. But they are beautiful. Some of them, the actual other cards are. Sorry, there's a glare. Actually beautiful. Are you wiping boogers on me? Oh my goodness. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Hold on, sweetie. You can have me in a minute. All right. Question 4. Oh, well, actually, my first Oracle deck was this one. My dad got this one for me too when I was like 10. It's the Stone People Medicine Oracle because I'm Native American too. And it's only got 10 cards, but they are amazing. This was the last card I drew yesterday. But it's little Stone People Medicine cards. And if you know anything about shamanism or about Native American medicine, magic, and stuff like that, it's, you know, oh crap. They're very, they're very good. And it comes with a little book too, but I'm not going to show you that right now. But, okay, hold on 1 second, sweetie. Question 5. Do you believe in fairies? Yes, I absolutely 100% believe in fairies. When I was kind of younger, I always believed in them, but as I got older, it kind of just felt more like, not that I didn't believe in them, and I just kind of felt like maybe there wasn't. But then as I got even older, I was like, yes, there's fairies. And actually, in the book I'm reading, Earth Magic by Stephen D. Farmer, okay, he talks a little about how he had a fairy encounter. And in some myths and shamanic myths and stuff, fairies usually turn into dragonflies, and they're seen as dragonflies. Well, it's funny because after as I was reading that, I was remembering when I was pregnant with my daughter, I swear, for like 2 or 3 months during the summer, there was a dragonfly who lived on top of my car. And they followed me everywhere. It was almost like, for a long time, I thought it was one of my spirit guides. I thought he was going to be one of my spirit animals. But it didn't feel like that. It didn't feel like that kind of connection. It felt like this personal being was watching over me and like guiding me. And I would take my son to daycare. It would be on my car. It would be flying around. And when we'd leave, it would just latch on. And I didn't understand how it could latch on to my car and stay there for that. Hold on 1 second. My daughter's going to get hurt. Hey, stop. Here. You want to look at it? Be careful. And I didn't understand how a dragonfly could stay on your car and stay there for a good 20-minute drive. I just didn't, and it never, and then I just kind of like, after my daughter was born, I didn't see it again. So I just kind of was like, okay, forgot about it. And just recently, the past couple months, I'm thinking, okay, I was reading about this. A lot of cultures, a lot of myths, they say that certain fairies can turn into dragonflies or they ride them, and that's how they get around, which, I didn't get because, I do believe that they have wings, but there was more into it. I just read a very brief summary about it in the book. But, I really think that was a fairy. I feel like it was a fairy that was watching over me and my daughter and my son while I was pregnant, and while there was a lot of stuff going on during that time when I was pregnant, a lot of stuff that was not too great in my life, and I really feel like during that time it was protecting me. But, I'm going to have to come right back. This is getting to be 8 minutes, so I will be right back.